Hello, podcast world. Welcome to my channel. It is 4/9/2021 at 6:49 a.m. and I watched last night Law and Order: Organized Crimes. Now, it's got your Elliot Stabler from Law and Order SVU. I don't know if you remember him. He was Detective Benson, Olivia Benson's partner, and they've got him back on his own show. And I love watching a show from the pilot or from birth, and I love watching it grow from birth to infancy to, around about the 5th season is when the show really gets transformed into what it's really going to be. And I really enjoy this show right now. It's Law and Order has already had some hits with Law and Order, and then Law and Order SVU, and then Law and Order Criminal Intent, and now we have Law and Order Organized Crime Unit, and you can't go wrong with Law and Order. Like the concept or whatever, it's written by Dick Wolf, and he has some other shows or whatever that he writes. But a Dick Wolf show, you can't go wrong with it because, hey, if you're into television, daytime television drama or whatever, interested into the thrills that you'll seek on the show, you're gonna get that. If you're one of those people that can really relate to what's going on, then cool. Now, in this episode of Law and Order Crimes, Organized Crimes, right? So in this episode, Detective Stabler, he's still mourning from the death of his wife. He's trying to figure out who killed her, and the main mob boss has died by the hands of his own son. So things are really bad right now. Things are real risque. So you just never know what's going to happen next when it comes down to it. So just keep in mind that he's angry, He's just like so emotional. And then he's talking to Olivia, and she's telling him like, you okay? She's concerned about her former partner, and she just wants to know that he's okay, because she can tell, because she's experienced it herself, that he has an episode of PTSD. That's post-traumatic stress disorder. And for those who have experienced PTSD, or who have it, because it's something that really just kind of flares up. You never know when you're going to have an episode, or when something's going to push your button to where you spaz out and just can't control or remember. They have TV shows about this. Yes, they have Snapped, or the wives usually it's the wives. It could be anyone. But I love when it's the wife that snapped at the husband. She sees red, and next thing you know, she's a killer, and she's just killing and killing and killing. But that's not really how PTSD works. PTSD is just like a something in an episode. It's a manic episode to where some sort of trauma has taken place in your life. Maybe if you're in the military, you've gone to war, and you just can't control yourself more or less emotionally. And the things that you say are probably some of the most hurtful things you can say, or the things you do are probably some of the most hurtful things you could do, or whatever, including physical altercations like fighting or killing or, whatever. It's just, and then you don't realize that it's happening because, like I say, it's just reaction. And that's all you're doing, is reacting to the buildup of the stress that's on your mind. It's poor mental health at the end of the day. And if you're If, you know, to anyone out there who's in mental health is important. Like, depression is real. You know, I just all the time I say that it's something that you definitely want to check on and keep in touch with, because you never know what's gonna happen next with your mental health. And if you're experiencing any type of signs of poor mental health, talk to someone. You know, talk to someone, and that usually helps. Find some sort of hobby, figure it out. Like, I mean, the talking to someone thing is usually good. And even if they don't give feedback, just talking, just knowing that someone else is there and, you know, cares, you know, that usually is a great, you know, starting point at the end of the day when it comes down to it. So definitely find some way, an outlet, like video games or whatever, or cooking or cleaning. Cleaning is a good cleanse for your soul. Now, back to the show. Everything that I've seen so far certainly let me know that it's definitely going to be a great show. So definitely tune in to Law and Order, crime or criminal and organized crimes, and check it out. It's definitely action packed. It's definitely a bunch of twists and thrillers in it. If it's your type of show, it's something you definitely be in. If you're already a fan of the Dick Wolf shows, Law and Order, and Chicago Med, Fire, PD, you know, the list goes on and on. But like I say, if it's something that you're into, then you'll definitely check it out. And the thing that I've noticed is, Law and Order, they don't go to court as much, so there's more the law side than the order side. So like, I guess people got mad more so when it seemed like they would go to court and they, you know, if they're guilty, they're gonna get convicted. You know, if the law does their side correctly, then the order side, you know, open and shut case. They're pretty much not going to do anything. Get up there, and I rarely see them fumble the ball if they have an open and shut case, unless something sneaky is going on or underhanded or whatever. Also, it's rare for them to get out of trouble if they get into trouble and it's not them. You know, you pretty much, if you go to court, and this is pretty much what they talk about on the show, you're going to get jammed up. You're going to get locked up. You're going to do time. If they got close enough evidence to decide your fate, you're going to jail. You're going to prison for whatever amount of time. That's why mostly they take the plea deals, and that's just like real life, because you don't really hear about a lot of trials going to court trying to fight the case. They take the plea deal. They're like, you can either go to prison for 99 years to life, or, you know, we'll give you 10 to 15 years, or give you 5 years or something, and they'll be like, you'll only do half of that time, you know, they'll be out of 3 or something. That's why people take plea deals. You know, you can handle going to prison and end up being on parole, you know, getting a chance to see freedom, but that's what's going to happen with plea deal. If you go to court, they're going to max you out. They're going to be like, what is the maximum? They're not going to be like, what's the minimum? Because they already tried to give you the minimum. Now you done made them take to court, and they start thinking about the word resources and time and all that and effort, and they're going to be like, give him the max, you know, life, you know, whatever. And that's why a lot of criminals, you know, take the plea deal. They willing to be like, oh, okay, we understand, we're not going to do this, we're going to give you like a few years, then that's what they're going to take. Sorry, not sorry. But thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate your time. Don't forget, world peace. Hello, YouTube world. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I drop hot content like this, and stay tuned for the next video.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.